What's up, my people? I know it's been a while since I uploaded videos. I apologize. Life happened. It's still happening, I guess, but I can assure you that going forward I will try to upload videos regularly. All right, so if you're new to this channel, my name is Nicola Jeninsoa. I am from Ghana and I currently live in Canada as a permanent resident. On this show, I give you all the information you need to know with regards to migrating to Canada and living in Canada as a foreigner. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, you are very much welcome. All right, so on this episode, I am going to be talking about the total cost involved in the express entry system of migrating to Canada. So if you're not sure of what the express entry system is, I have made previous videos and I've explained it in those videos. I'll put a link up here. You can go and check my previous video. But basically, the express entry is one of the routes you can take in migrating to Canada as a permanent resident. Got that? All right. So today, like, some people asked me about the cost or funds or finances that you need, like the total that one should have in mind, more of like an estimate that you should have in mind or prepare if you are really serious on embarking this journey of migrating to Canada. So that's what I'll be doing today. Let's just go straight into that. Okay, so I'm going to start from the very beginning. All right, so the very first stage, so for the very first stage from the application process, in the previous videos I made, I explained that you don't have to pay any application fee from the beginning. So if anybody tells you you have to pay, it's a lie. There's no application fee or anything, but the initial cost that is involved will be the fee for the IELTS exams. So if you've already taken IELTS exams, that's the general, not the academic, then you're fine. Hopefully your scores are good as well. But if you haven't, then yes, that's the first course, that's the IELTS course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be stating the cost in US dollars and in Ghana cedis. Well, mainly because it's much easier that way for me. And I'll definitely show it on the... All right, so I'll be stating the cost in US dollars and in Ghana cedis, just mainly because I come from Ghana. And depending on where you're from, you can also do the conversion into your currency. So for IELTS, the cost for IELTS is $225. And if you convert it to Ghana cedis, that's 1,297 Ghana cedis. Yeah, they should show up on the screen so that you can have an idea of the figures. Then the next thing will be credential evaluation. So the credential evaluation, like I mentioned in previous videos, there are different organizations that do this. But in my case, we used the WES. So WES, WES. So if it's WES that you're using, that's $200. The basic rate is $200 and $7 for standard delivery. But if you choose express or any other type of delivery, then yes, you're going to pay more. So I'm just using the basic rate. So that'll be $207. And that's about 1,193 Ghana cedis. Then, so those are the two initial costs that you incur from the beginning, because you need these results for the application from the beginning. So let's say you've done the application, you entered the pool, your CRS score was high, and you were invited. Yay! So now let's move on. So once you receive the invitation to apply, you have 60 days to submit all these documents I'm about to mention. So the next one will be the police report. So police report, each country differs. I think each country, the cost differs. But for Ghana, if you're from Ghana and you live outside, which happened to be my case because I was in South Korea when I was applying, you pay $200. But if you're in Ghana, it's about maybe 10 cities or maybe 100 cities. It's not really expensive if you are residing in Ghana now. And I think it should be same for other countries. So if you're residing in a country there at that time, it shouldn't be not expensive. But if you're outside the country, then sorry. So yeah, in my case, police report, because I was outside the country, it was $200, and that was 1,152 Ghana cedis. Then the medical report. So for the medical report, the Canadian immigration, they have designated hospitals that do these medical reports, like in each country. So you need to check for your country which hospitals or clinics or health centers are part of the people that the Canadian immigration allows to do this medical report. And for Ghana, it's $200, and that's 1,152.85 Ghana cedis. All right. And then you have proof of funds. So in my previous video, I explained what proof of funds is. So proof of funds is some amount of money that the Canadian immigration requires you to show in the form of bank statements to show that you have before moving here. So it's not actual cash that you need to show them, but it has to reflect in your bank statement that it is there. And if you're not sure the things that go into it, I've done a previous video on that you can't borrow the money. It has to be money that you can easily access. So you can't use your building or your car unless you're going to sell them and use the money, take those money and put in your bank account. But yes, you can't borrow money. So yeah, that's the only tough place in this whole process. But yeah, so for that's for one single person. If it's just an individual applying, that's about $9,678 and in Ghana cedis, that's about 55,786.4 Ghana cedis. Yep. So you need to prove that you have this amount in your account. That's for an individual applying. If you are two people, like you're coming as a couple, the amount increases. In my previous video, I give you the figure, so you can check out the previous video. All right, then once you've sent all these documents, and they've processed it and they've accepted it, that okay, it is credible, it is valid, and all of that, the next will be the biometric, and you have to go to the embassy or the Canadian immigration representative office in your country, because in Korea we didn't go to the embassy for that. Yeah, they have a particular office that does that. So yeah, so the biometric was $63. That's about 365 Ghana cedis. So all these figures I'm giving you are they are estimates. These are estimates as of now using the the prevailing currency rate. So I don't know, probably maybe if you decide to apply it maybe next month or next 2 months, the rates might change. It might go maybe a little high depending on the exchange rate you're using. But yeah, this is just to give you a fair idea of the range in which it falls. But here, this is what you will find on the website for now. All right, then they're processing. Okay, so after the biometric, you have processing fee. So the processing fee is $616, and that's 3,550.78 Ghana cedis. Then the last one will be the right of permanent resident fee, which is $374, and the equivalent in Ghana cedis is 2,155.83. Yeah, a lot of figures. But with the right of permanent residence fee, if after the whole process they refuse your application, or you decide to withdraw your application due to maybe some personal reasons, the right of permanent resident fee will be refunded to you. So that's the only money that will be refunded to you based on those two conditions, that they refuse you or you withdraw. The money will be refunded to you. All right, so this is for one person. If you're coming as a couple, it will be these figures I have mentioned times 2, except the proof of funds, because the proof of funds, it's only the principal applicant that needs to prove it. So for example, if you're applying as a husband and wife, and let's say the husband is the principal applicant, like in my case, it's just my husband that had to prove the money in his bank statement, not the two of us. But other than that, for the other ones, the IELTS, police report, medical report, all of that, we had to pay separately. Yeah. And with the credential evaluation, my husband did it, but I didn't do it. But it depends on the points that you're having. If you think your CRS score points is low and you need more points, then if you're applying as a couple, then I advise both of you to, do the credential evaluation, because it gives extra points. That's just a tip. But yeah. So yeah, the total actual payment, so that's if you take out the proof of funds, because as I mentioned, the proof of funds is not money that you are paying. It's just money that needs to be proven. It's just money that needs to show in your bank statement that you have. So the total actual money that you pay is $1,885.4 US dollars, and the equivalent is, in Ghana cedis, is 10,868.01. So that's the actual money that the whole process is going to take you. That's if you're applying as an individual. If you're applying as a couple, like I mentioned earlier on, it will be times 2 of it. So yeah, basically that's the total cost. I know it's not that cheap for a process, but the only good thing is that if you're manage to come up with the funds, and you're able to go through the process, and if you're able to migrate to Canada successfully as a permanent resident, trust me, it's much more easier if you come here as a permanent resident. Some people might be of a different opinion, but most people who have lived here for long or live here would definitely advise you that if there's a way for you to come here as a permanent resident, then yes, please jump on that. All right, yeah, so this is mainly for skilled workers. I've mentioned this already in my previous videos, so if you check it out, you will know all these things that I'm saying. But yeah, this is the total cost involved in the whole application process. I hope it was helpful and informative. All right, so this is the end of today's episode. If you have any questions or clarifications or anything you want to ask me, you can leave it in the comments down below and I'll gladly answer it. Or you can join us on our Facebook page, which is Moving to Canada Tales, and I answer questions there about anything you want to know with this whole immigration process. This has been Moving to Canada Tales with Nikki. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you some other time.